for HR and who checks in on leadership. And as I mentioned, I was feeling a bit of burnout the other day, and even in just listening to that share that you just opened up about, it made me think that part of me really enjoys, we've grown. I'm now working out of our boardroom because I've worked myself out of a desk as we've grown. And it makes me feel awesome every day when my team walks by the boardroom door and says, "Hey," Brent checks in and just says, "Hey, how you doing?" And when they leave, I get the same thing. At the same time, part of me feels like I don't want to burden them with my problems, because it's my job to be the leader. It's my job to be the tough guy. It's my job to be a duck, and everything can roll off my back, and I can take everything and, lead by example. And yet, I think it's probably at the same time a failure to not maybe be vulnerable and open with them and let them help me, and that I'm not alone on this leadership island, and that they probably all would really get great fulfillment from helping. But there's this I guess dynamic that I fight with of if I'm open, does it show that I'm weak? Does that mean I'm not as strong as a leader? Does that create a lack of alignment? Am I no longer the person they want to work for? There's just so many things that go through my head. So yeah, I mean, again, the topic was HR for HR, and you as the leader of HR. Also, I know you do check-ins with the executive team and different stuff like that. So I just remember it being such a great topic when we talked about how it resonated so much with what you talked about. If where does that send you?
Yeah, I mean, it's fitting because I just shared that example, right? And first of all, Brent, this is normal for people to think the way that you think. I still think that sometimes as well. I sometimes hesitate to share how I'm really feeling, because I'm thinking, if they think that I'm overwhelmed, will they then not ask me questions or think they're bothering me?
And so they won't be open and honest because they don't want to burden you with their problem.
Exactly, right? Yeah. And so when I did do what I did, though, what was surprising was the opposite. Yeah. Because what happened was, I did give them the gift of helping. Yes, they were able to help me, but it also gave them permission to know that it's okay if they're not okay. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. It's because if you seem like you're super person, super leader all the time, that's not a good message to say to them as well. If they say, okay, well, Brent is human and he is also going through the same struggles, they're going to connect with you so much more. They're going to relate to you so much more. And that trust will be like, oh, I can't believe. And I'll give you an example. I heard about this story, again.
Well, and even they can be human too.
Well, yeah, right? It's good. It's okay now for all of us to be human, which is right now we have to be in this world, right? We're forced to be human. We're all, most of us are still working from home, and we're seeing that it's not just the person that used to walk into the office and put a mask on. It's like somebody at home, and I'm here and their family's here, So it's time for a more human workplace, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'll just give you a really quick example.
Yeah, please share.
Again, this is hearsay. I wasn't there, but this is a real story because I, heard Howard Schultz talk about it. He's the founder of Starbucks. He basically shared a story with Oprah a while back where he was talking about the values, because I guess people had maybe forgotten about the values, and so he brought everybody in a room together, and he's actually back again into the company. But while he was talking about it, he said he got really vulnerable and he started to cry. And he's a man, and in his 50s, right? He's thinking, why am I doing this in front of thousands of people at Starbucks? And he said the most amazing thing happened when he opened up that way. People were just so much more connected with him, and he got so many messages, and people really trusted him more because they saw this leader, a CEO founder, get emotional. And I'm not saying that we're supposed to cry all the time, but what I'm saying is that if it does happen, don't be ashamed of it. And it's okay to be vulnerable, because vulnerability is a strength.